Have you ever found yourself trapped in a cycle of overthinking? Racing thoughts, endless what-ifs, and before you know it, hours, days, even weeks pass, and nothing changes. But what if I told you there's a way out, a powerful, time-tested philosophy that can help you break free from overthinking for good? Today, I'm going to share 10 Stoic ways to stop overthinking and take control of your mind using the wisdom of Stoicism. These are simple, practical techniques that you can use right now to bring peace and clarity into your life. Let's dive in. 1. Accept what you can't control. The first Stoic principle to stop overthinking is acceptance. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This idea is one of the most liberating aspects of Stoicism. We often get lost in a whirlwind of thoughts because we try to control everything: the future, other people's opinions, and even outcomes that haven't yet occurred. The reality is, no matter how much we overthink or stress, we cannot control the uncontrollable. Overthinking is rooted in this desire to have power over everything. But here's the truth. The only thing you truly control is your response to external events. You cannot control what people will say or how events will unfold, but you can control how you perceive them. You can choose to see them as problems or as opportunities for growth. The next time your mind starts to spiral into endless what-ifs, pause and ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is no, let it go. This simple shift in mindset frees you from unnecessary worry. Focus on what you can change: your actions, your attitude, and your mindset. This acceptance gives you peace and redirects your energy to where it can actually make a difference. 2. Focus on the present moment. Overthinking drags us either into the past, where we relive old mistakes, or into the future, where we imagine worst-case scenarios. This mental tug-of-war between what was and what could be leaves us stuck, powerless to act in the now. But Stoicism reminds us of the power of being present. Seneca said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." When you catch yourself overthinking, remind yourself that the past cannot be changed, and the future hasn't arrived yet. The only moment that truly exists is the present one, and this is where your power lies. Anchoring yourself to the present can be as simple as taking a deep breath. Feel your breath move in and out of your body. Notice the sensations in your hands, your feet, and your surroundings. This grounding technique pulls you out of the mental chaos and back into the reality of now. Living in the present doesn't just help you stop overthinking. It frees you from the burdens of what might have been or what might come next. It brings clarity, allowing you to make better decisions and enjoy the simple moments that life has to offer. The present is the only place where you can take action, find peace, and live fully. 3. Memento Mori. Remember you will die. It might sound morbid, but one of the most powerful tools in Stoicism is the practice of Memento Mori, the daily reminder of your mortality. Epictetus said, "Keep death and exile before your eyes each day, along with everything that seems terrible. By doing so, you'll never have a base thought, nor will you desire anything beyond measure." Why does this help with overthinking? Because it puts everything into perspective. When we overthink, it's because we believe the stakes are high, that our mistakes, failures, or future worries are more important than they really are. But when you remind yourself that life is short and unpredictable, the things you overthink lose their power over you. Will this issue that you're obsessing about really matter in a year, in 5 years, or on your deathbed? Memento Mori doesn't ask us to dwell on death. It invites us to live more fully. Knowing that our time is limited should make us appreciate each moment and worry less about the trivial. Life is too short to waste it in endless loops of anxiety and fear. Remembering this simple truth helps you see the bigger picture, releasing the grip of overthinking. 4. Practice negative visualization. One of the most effective Stoic techniques to combat overthinking is negative visualization, the practice of imagining the worst-case scenario. This sounds counterintuitive, but it works by preparing your mind for potential challenges. Seneca advised, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming." Here's how it works. Rather than letting your fears dominate your thoughts, take a moment to calmly imagine the worst that could happen. What if you lose the job? What if the relationship ends? What if the plan fails? By visualizing these outcomes in a controlled, thoughtful way, you desensitize your mind to them. You realize that even the worst situations are rarely as catastrophic as they seem in your imagination. Once you have faced the worst, you'll often find that your fears lose their sting. Most of what we overthink never even happens, and even when things don't go our way, we're usually more resilient than we give ourselves credit for. Negative visualization allows you to preemptively let go of your anxieties and face life with greater confidence, knowing you can handle whatever comes your way. 5. Focus on what is virtuous. Stoicism teaches that the goal of life should be to live in accordance with virtue. This means focusing not on external circumstances or outcomes, but on being a good person, honest, kind, brave, and wise. When you focus on virtue, overthinking fades because you no longer worry about things you can't control, like how others will react or what will happen in the future. Instead, you focus on doing what is right in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius said it best: waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The beauty of this principle is its simplicity. When you focus on living virtuously, you are freed from the mental clutter that comes with trying to manipulate results. Did you act with integrity? Were you kind? Did you make wise decisions? If the answer is yes, then the outcome doesn't matter. You can rest easy, knowing you did your best. Overthinking is often tied to trying to control outcomes, but when you live according to virtue, the need to control fades. You find peace in knowing that whatever happens, you did the right thing, and that's all that truly matters. 6. Apply the dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control is one of the cornerstones of Stoicism, and it's a game changer when it comes to stopping overthinking. Epictetus put it simply: some things are up to us, and some things are not. When you understand this, your mind becomes clearer, and you begin to let go of thoughts that don't serve you. Think about it. How much of your overthinking revolves around things you have no control over? Maybe it's worrying about what someone else thinks of you or stressing over an outcome that's out of your hands. But when you categorize your thoughts into two simple buckets, things you can control and things you can't, you suddenly have a roadmap for where to direct your energy. If something is in your control, act. If it's not, release it. This simple practice removes a huge amount of mental clutter. When you stop focusing on the things you cannot change, your mind has more space for clarity, peace, and effective action. The dichotomy of control teaches you where to invest your thoughts and where to let them go. 7. Amor Fati, love your fate. Amor Fati means loving your fate, embracing everything that happens to you, both the good and the bad. Marcus Aurelius said, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything thrown into it." This is the essence of Amor Fati, turning every experience, even the difficult ones, into fuel for your growth. When you adopt this mindset, overthinking naturally fades. Instead of resisting what happens or trying to control every aspect of life, you learn to accept it with open arms. Every event, every challenge, every setback becomes an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. This doesn't mean you have to enjoy everything that happens, but it does mean you can choose to see it as part of your journey. When you stop fighting against reality and start embracing it, overthinking loses its grip on you. Amor Fati teaches you to flow with life rather than resist it, allowing you to find peace in every situation. 8. Detach from outcomes. We often overthink because we are attached to specific outcomes. We want things to go our way, and when they don't, we get caught up in mental loops of what went wrong or how things could have been different. But Stoicism teaches us that our true focus should be on the process, not the outcome. Epictetus said, "Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish for things to happen as they do, and you will go on well." This principle is liberating. When you detach from the outcome and focus on the effort, you free yourself from the anxiety that comes with overthinking. Did you do your best? Did you give your full effort? If so, then the result, whatever it may be, is out of your control. By letting go of your attachment to specific outcomes, you find peace in the process, knowing that the only thing you can control is your input. Everything else will unfold as it should. 9. Build resilience through adversity. Adversity is a part of life, and Stoicism teaches us to embrace challenges rather than run from them. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." When we face tough situations, our first instinct is often to overthink and worry about how things will turn out. But Stoicism offers a different perspective. See challenges as opportunities to grow. When you encounter adversity, instead of overthinking, lean into the discomfort. Remind yourself that every obstacle is a chance to build resilience. Think of it like lifting weights for your mind. The more resistance you face, the stronger you become. Overthinking often comes from a place of fear of failure, fear of the unknown. But when you view adversity as a tool for growth, that fear diminishes. You realize that no matter what happens, you will emerge stronger on the other side. Instead of letting your mind spiral, focus on how you can use the challenge in front of you to become better, wiser, and more resilient. 10. Take action right now. The most powerful way to stop overthinking is simple. Take action. Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time on what you could have done. Instead, focus on what you can do now." Overthinking thrives on indecision. The longer you stay stuck in your thoughts, the more your mind spirals. But action cuts through the noise. You don't need to have the perfect plan. You don't need to have every detail figured out. The key is to start right now. Even the smallest action moves you forward. Whether it's sending that email, making that call, or taking the first step toward your goal, action is the antidote to overthinking. When you begin to act, you shift from being stuck in your mind to being present in the world. The more you act, the less space there is for overthinking to take hold. So whatever it is that's holding you back, take the first step today. Even the smallest action creates momentum, and momentum silences overthinking. Conclusion: overthinking is a trap, but Stoicism offers a way out. By accepting what you can't control, staying present, and living in accordance with virtue, you can free your mind and find peace. Remember, your thoughts don't control you, you control them. If you found these Stoic practices helpful, like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little clarity today. And remember, you have the power to stop overthinking, one Stoic step at a time.